Introduction to Adobe Animate CC 2020. Topics covered: Opening Adobe Animate 2020, creating, saving and opening a document in Animate, components of Animate, window, working with the tools, panel in Animate, creating images using various tools in Animate. Introduction. Adobe Animate is a software. It is used to design vector graphics. It also used for animation, for television series, online animation, websites, web application, rich web applications, game, etc. Adobe Animate CC is easy to use with a system of layers and relatively easy to understand timeline. Adobe Animate is the best tool for creating Flash, Canvas, HTML5, animations and elements for websites. Adobe Animate is the industry-leading 2D animation software for creating international ads and games for web browsers. Adobe Animate CC 2020. Adobe Animate is an excellent animation software for creating both simple and complex vector graphics and animation for television, websites, videos, games, apps, etc. It was released in the year 1996 and was formerly known as Adobe Flash. Before the release of Adobe Animate, Flash was the industry standard for web graphics. But these days, Adobe Animate is getting stronger and stronger, and its user base is expanding over the time. We can use it to create animated movies with sound and action and upload them to websites, making them interactive and socially available. In this chapter, we will study about how to work with Adobe Animate CC 2020. Opening the Animate window. To open the Animate window in Windows 10, follow the given steps. Step 1. Click the Start button window and locate the letter A. Step 2. Click the Adobe Animate 2020. The Adobe Animate window will open. Adobe Animate 2020 option in the Start menu. Adobe Animate 2020 window. Creating a new document. To create a new document in Animate, follow these steps. Step 1. Click the File menu and then click the New option. The new document window appears. Step 2. Click the Standard option from the Presets section and then click the Create button. A new blank document will appear. Creating a new document. Blank document. Components of Animate window. You can see the components of the Animate window in the image given below. Parts of the Animate window: menu bar, tool, panel, work area, timeline, stage, properties icon, library icon, color icon. Now, let us learn about these parts one by one. Menu bar: all the menus: File, Edit, View, Insert, Modify, Text, Commands, Control, Debug, Window, and Help are present on the menu bar. You can select any of the several commands present in these menus. Stage and work area: the white area where you can place objects including text, images and video clips to create an animation, is known as the stage, and the gray area surrounding the stage is called the work area. The objects placed on the work area are not visible in the final animation. Tools panel: the Tools panel contains various icons to draw, select, paint and modify the objects to be used in your Animate movie. Properties icon: when you click the Properties icon, the Properties panel appears. It allows you to modify the properties such as height, width, fill color, etc. of the stage or of an object on the stage. Timeline: once you create and modify the required objects for your animation on the stage, you can use the options in the timeline to organize and control them. The options include defining the sequence and timings of events to be occurred in the animation. Components of the timeline in Animate: layers, playhead, frames. The timeline further consists of three components. Layers. In Animate, there is a set of transparent sheets stacked on the top of one another which contains different objects to work on. These sheets are known as layers. You can work with the objects of one layer without affecting other layers and add as many layers as you want. Every new Animate document contains a default layer named as Layer 1. Frames. The small rectangles present next to the Layers section are called frames. They contain the content of the animation at any point of time and determine any changes made in the object's properties such as color, size, position, etc. Certain frames in the timeline define some change in the object's properties for an animation such as color, size, position, etc. Each such frame is referred to as a keyframe. Playhead. The blue vertical bar that can be moved from left to right in the timeline to reach a certain point of time in the animation is called playhead. Tools panel. There is a variety of tools in Animate which are displayed in the Tools panel. With the help of these tools, you can draw objects on the stage along with selecting, coloring or modifying them. All these tools have a letter that denotes them and can be pressed on the keyboard to select that tool. The Tools panel of Adobe Animate CC 2020 displays only a few tools. There are many tools which are not visible on the Tools panel. To move these tools on the Tools panel, click the Edit Toolbar button on the bottom of the Tools panel. The Drag and Drop Tools submenu appears. Click and drag the desired tool on the Tools panel. Drag and Drop Tools submenu. Selection Tool, Free Transform Tool, Classic Brush Tool, Rectangle Tool, Oval Tool, Line Tool, Text Tool, Paint Bucket Tool, Polystar Tool, Gradient Transform Tool, Eraser Tool. It is important to note that every object that is drawn on the stage has two parts, which are considered two different objects. These are the outline of the shape called the stroke line and a fill, the area inside the stroke line. You can select or modify them separately. Fill, Stroke. Rectangle Tool. The Rectangle tool is used to draw rectangles of different sizes and colors on the stage. To use the Rectangle tool, follow the steps given below. Step 1. Select the Rectangle tool from the Tools panel or press the alphabet key R on the keyboard. Step 2. Click the Properties icon on the right sidebar of the Animate window. This opens the Properties panel. Step 3. Choose or select the desired stroke color, fill color, stroke size, stroke width and stroke style for the rectangle from the Properties panel. Step 4. Click and drag the mouse on the stage to draw the rectangle of the desired size. Properties panel for the Rectangle tool. Drawing rectangles in different styles on the Oval tool. To draw an oval or a circle on the stage, follow the steps given below. Step 1. Select the Oval tool from the Tools panel or press the alphabet key O on the keyboard. Step 2. Choose the desired stroke color, fill color, stroke size, stroke width and stroke style for the oval from the Properties panel. Step 3. Click and drag the mouse on the stage to draw the oval of the desired size. Press and hold down the Shift key to draw a perfect circle. Drawing oval and circle in different styles on the stage. Polystar tool. The Polystar tool allows you to create polygons and stars with up to 32 sides. By default, the Polystar tool is not visible on the Tools panel. It needs to be dragged and dropped from the Drag and Drop Tools menu. Once the tool is dragged to the Tools panel, it can be used just like other tools. To use the Polystar tool, follow the steps given below. Step 1. Select the Polystar tool from the Tools panel. Step 2. Choose the desired stroke color, fill color, stroke size, stroke height and stroke style for the shape from the Properties panel. Step 3. Click the Tool Options section of the Properties panel. Step 4. Select the Style option and choose from the choices Polygon or Star. Step 5. Enter the values of number of sides, from 3 to 32, and size of the star, from 0 to 1, if star option selected, in the number of sides and star point size text boxes, respectively. Step 6. Draw the desired shape on the stage. The Tool Options section. Using the Polystar tool. Line tool. To draw straight or curved lines on the stage, follow the steps given below. Step 1. Select the Line tool from the Tools panel or press the alphabet key N on the keyboard. Step 2. Choose the desired stroke color, stroke size, stroke height and stroke style for the line from the Properties panel. Step 3. Draw desired lines of different colors, sizes and styles on the stage. Using the Line tool. Converting a straight line into a curved line. To convert a straight line into a curved line, follow the steps given below. Step 1. Draw a straight line on the stage using the Line tool. Step 2. Select the Selection tool from the Tools panel. Step 3. Click at any point near the line, except the endpoints, and drag when the mouse pointer changes to a curve next to the pointer symbol. This will change the straight line into a curved one. Changing a straight line into a curved one. Pencil tool. The pencil tool can be used to draw freehand drawings just like you draw with a pencil. You can draw the lines in one of the following 3 modes. Pencil mode. Straightens out the freehand lines as much as possible, automatically. Smooth simplifies the freehand lines and makes them smooth curved lines. Ink. Does not apply any modification on the freehand lines drawn before using the pencil tool. It needs to be dragged and dropped from the Drag and Drop Tools menu. To use the pencil tool, follow the steps given below. Step 1. Select the pencil tool from the Tools panel or press Shift+Y on the keyboard. Step 2. Choose the desired stroke color, stroke size, stroke height and stroke style from the Properties panel. Step 3. Select the desired mode from the Pencil Mode modifier present at the bottom of the Tools panel. Step 4. Draw freehand lines on the stage. Using the pencil tool. Text tool. The text tool is used to add or modify text in your document. Before using the text tool, it needs to be dragged and dropped from the Drag and Drop Tools menu. To use the text tool, follow the steps given below. Step 1. Select the text tool from the Tools panel or press the alphabet key T on the keyboard. Step 2. Choose or select the desired font family, font style, font size, font color, letter spacing, alignment, etc. for the text from the Character section of the Properties panel. Step 3. Click at the desired location on the stage and start typing the text. Using the text tool. Classic Brush tool. The Classic Brush tool in Animate is used to draw or paint with brush-like strokes. You can choose the desired brush mode and size with the help of brush mode present at the bottom of the Tools panel. The modes that are provided for the brush tool are explained below. Paint Normal paints over the fills and outlines of an object. Paint Fills paints over the fills and blank areas of the object, while the outlines remain unaffected. Paint Behind paints over the blank areas of the stage, while the outlines and fills of the object remain unaffected. Paint Selection paints a selected filled area of an object. If nothing is selected on the stage, the Classic Brush tool will not draw any brush stroke. Paint Inside paints over only the fills and does not let you paint outside the line. To use the Classic Brush tool, follow the steps given below. Step 1. Select the Classic Brush tool from the Tools panel or press the alphabet key B on the keyboard. Step 2. Choose or select the desired fill color and size for the brush strokes from the Properties panel. Step 3. Select the desired brush mode from the Brush Mode modifier at the bottom of the Tools panel. Step 4. Use the brush on the object already drawn to see the effects of different brush modes. Brush mode. Paint normal. Paint fills. Paint behind. Paint selection. Paint inside. Paint bucket tool. The paint bucket tool is used to either fill in closed areas of an object with a solid color or a gradient fill. To use the paint bucket tool, follow the steps given below. Step 1. Select the paint bucket tool from the Tools panel or press the alphabet key K on the keyboard. Step 2. Choose or select the desired fill color for painting from the Properties panel. Selecting a solid fill color. Selecting a gradient fill. Step 3. Click inside the object. The object will be filled with the selected color. Filling an object with a solid color. Filling an object with a gradient color. Ink bottle tool. The ink bottle tool is used to change the color, width and style of the stroke lines of the objects. To use this tool, follow the steps given below. Step 1. Select the ink bottle tool from the Tools panel or press the alphabet key S on the keyboard. Step 2. Choose the desired stroke color, stroke height and stroke style from the Properties panel. Step 3. Click on the stroke line to which you want to change the color. Original shapes. After using the ink bottle tool. Eraser tool. The eraser tool is used to erase stroke lines and fills of an object created on the stage. You can select from the various options available to erase and change the size and shape of the eraser. To use the eraser tool, follow the steps given below. Step 1. Select the eraser tool from the Tools panel or press the alphabet key E on the keyboard. Step 2. Select the desired erasing modes from the Eraser Mode modifier at the bottom of the Tools panel. Step 3. Select the shape and size of the eraser under the Eraser Options section of the Properties panel. Eraser Mode. Selecting the desired eraser shape. Step 4. Click and drag on the object you want to erase. If you want to remove everything on the stage at once, just double-click on the eraser tool. Erasing fills. Erasing lines. Using the eraser tool. Saving the document in Adobe Animate. To save a document in Adobe Animate, follow the steps given below. Step 1. Click the File menu and then click the Save As option from the sub-menu that appears. The Save As dialog box appears. Step 2. Locate the folder in which you want to save your document. Step 3. Type a name for the document in the File Name text box. Step 4. Click the Save button. The Animate document is always saved with a fly extension. Save As dialog box. Opening an Animate document. To open a saved Animate document, follow the steps given below. Step 1. Click the File menu and then click the Open option from the sub-menu that appears. Open dialog box appears. Step 2. Locate the document you want to open and select it. Step 3. Click the Open button. Open dialog